Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle, and I finally got my Timo order in today. So we are going to, this is the mold that I ended up buying 3 of. Why, I have no clue. There was some with some different flower designs, and I must have just picked the same ones. So this is similar to the bigger one, but because this is going to be like a matte mold, I'm thinking. So I measured one of them with water just before I came down. Everybody went to bed in my house, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go down tonight and get this video started so I can finish it in the morning so I have something to upload tomorrow, because tomorrow's my anniversary and we are going out for dinner. So by the time we get home, I'm not going to feel like doing a video. So I am going to do this one. So what I was thinking is, because this is more flexible, and I don't know if you can see, but it has like a weaved pattern. So I'm going to do this in the Let's Resin Metallic Bronze Powder. So I'm going to cover this. It's going to be easy, done. This one has got the roses, but it also has like leaves around it. So I'm going to try and do the roses first. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are prominent. There could be a part of another one, but until I do it, I won't know. So I'm going to do those in the chrome red. So we'll have some red roses, and then I have got the chrome green, and I'll do the rest of the leaves in green. And then we're going to fill it with black, and we'll see what happens. So I am going to be doing another one. I'm going to keep one of the molds for my mix-to-mold stuff. So that way I can do that, and then I can paint them, and I can do whatever with those. So I think I'm going to start with the red. I'm going to move that out of my way, and we're going to try to just get the roses colored for now. And hopefully I don't have a ton of cleanup. If I can just keep it in the little roses. And this powder doesn't fly as much as like the regular other powders do, at least in my opinion. So, and it goes a long way. All right, so I just want to make sure that I get, like, you know, all those little crevices filled in as best I can. All right, so, and it just flew on the next rose. So because the roses are down in the bottom, that was the reason that I figured I'd start with the roses first, because I figured it might make it a little bit easier. So 2 of these molds came from the same vendor, and they were only like 9 something, and the other one was 12 something. It's the identical same thing. It was just like, I don't know, a different company having it. So I know I'm going to be using 2 of them. So if anybody wants a third one and doesn't want to wait for it to come from China, let me know, and I will just sell you the one of the $9 ones, and yeah. So I did post some new stuff on my website, which that is linked in the description. So if you do, want to check it out. And everybody that orders from me will get something free as a thank you gift. God, my house is so quiet. I'm like, there's no noise upstairs. The dog's fed. The cats are fed. Dishes are done. I'm like, wow. So I hope this comes out pretty, even though it is a matte mold. Because I think it's like a soap mold, actually. But what I want to do is, when I make the mix to mold one, I am going to, you can scent the ceramic resin. So I'm going to have to clean that spot off that I just got some on, but I don't have any rose scent, but I do have a eucalyptus, and I have like 4 scents that I got. So I'm going to try and scent one of these boxes. I thought that would be kind of cool. So, I mean, even if you, I don't know, you put it in your bathroom and you kept, like cotton swabs or, I don't know, hair ties or something, it would be really pretty to, now I'm thinking that right there is a leaf instead of a rose. So I'm going to leave it, and we're going to go with it being a leaf, and we will see. So I'm just trying to, so I did get my black, what's it called? It's like cement powder. The stuff that I use, like the green and the other color. So I got my black in, and I bought 2 different reds from Temu. So I definitely know I want to try coloring the mix to mold with that. And this is almost to the point where you could almost do the flowers and then pour the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cannot tell, guys. It looks almost like a leaf and a bud. So I am going to try to do just this little piece, because it almost looks like it's like a rose bud coming out of the leaf, if that makes any sense. All right, so hopefully I got everything that I needed to in the red. And we won't know until we demold. Let me grab a couple of Q-tips and a couple of micro brushes. All right, so I'm going to get some alcohol in here and just wet the Q-tip. And I'm just going to wipe off the areas that I believe are leaves. And even if there's a little bit of red, I'm not going to worry about it because rose leaves have a lot of red in them as well. So that's not like as big of a deal to me as if it were another piece that, you know, was like, oh yeah, that definitely can't be that color. But just for the leaves, I am really not gonna fret about it because I think it will be ready. Yeah, ready. I think it will be pretty if it has a little bit of red through it anyways. So yeah. You know, I want the majority of it to be the green, just so, you know, we can see that, yeah, they are leaves, but I'm just not going to sweat the small stuff. You know, like there's some red there. I'm not going to worry about that. All right, so now let's go in with the green. I'm just using my switching sponge, and we're going to get the green. I'm almost thinking about doing the edge in the bronze, but I will see how this green covers. Because if I can just keep it like for the leaves, then that would be fantastic, because the top would then match the bottom with just the leaves and flowers on the top. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we can achieve that. So what is everybody's plans for the weekend, guys? This is Friday night when I'm filming this. I got way too much on my brush, so I'm just gonna hurry up and move it around so I don't get a bunch of it flying on the top. And then I gotta fill that. I almost missed that one. And there's a little spot down in there. All right, I think I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make sure that all the little like pieces of leaf are covered. And then I'll just take my Q-tip and go around the outside. Guys, I think this is going to work. As long as I didn't miss any spots. I don't want to speak too soon because, you know, just when I say something's going my way, something's going to go south. I'm just saying. All right, so I'm just going to wipe around, just make sure there's no green. And I'm just gonna try to clean my Q-tip off so I can use it a few times. And then I will get some resin mixed up. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be a leaf or not, but am just gonna, all right, so that looks pretty good. And I got the top, most of the top. All right. Hey, we're golden. That went much easier than I thought. All right. And if for some reason this doesn't match, you know, the jar because it was supposed to be flowers, we'll just have to redo the lid. Now, I've never used this this powder to coat something. I don't believe. I think I've mixed it in, but I don't know if I have painted anything with it, but it's covering really good. So because this mold is a lot more bendy than the IntoResin one, because I mean this is just a Temu one, it allows me to be able to get into those like harder to reach places. So, and I know not everybody can afford that that particular mold because it is very expensive. So that's why I was looking for some other boxes. I thought this was going to be a little bit bigger. That's what happens when I lay in bed and shop on Temu and I don't read the descriptions. I see the picture and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then I get it and it's, you know, half the size. But that's okay. If it's cute, it will work. All right, so just want to double check my top pieces here because that is what's going to sit on that bottom piece, I'm thinking. Okay, so we've got that all done. Look at how pretty. That is gorgeous. All right, so I'm believing, because this is how it's going to be, so I'm thinking there's going to be like a box there that sits inside of this. So we're just, this is going to be easy. We're just going to paint the whole thing bronze. So this will definitely, we don't have to worry about getting it where we don't want it. We just got to make sure we get all of the mold covered, that we don't have any blank spots, because that will show when I put the black in. That's going to show up as, you know, black, and we obviously don't want that. I was thinking about using regular mica powders, and guys, put it in the comments. Have any of you used just the regular mica powders to paint a mold? And if you did, was there a difference in whatever color resin that you used for it to pop? You know, like if because I was thinking about, I was going to do like a yellow and another green, like two different greens. And then I was like, okay, I'd have to coat it with white, I think, for the yellow to really show. But then I wanted brown on the bottom. And I'm like, if I do white, is it going to lighten the brown up too much? So yeah, that I don't know, guys. So if you could help me, I would appreciate it. So, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday's video, which is actually tonight's. It's loaded now, but with my little frogs. Oh my God, everybody loved them in my house. They were like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. So, I'm actually, I've got a few other things in my brain that I'm gonna be working on. I did get a huge bullfrog mold, guys. Oh my. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll mix up my resin and I'll get this poured, and then I will show you my Temu haul. Minus one of these because it's upstairs, because I just measured it with water. So I have it upstairs drying out. Okay, so I am going to mix up just 5 ounces because that's what it took upstairs, and I domed it pretty good. So I'm hoping that my measurement is right. Ooh. All right, I took the time to actually like clean my table back off and clean my mat, so I'm like, just want it clean for one day. All right, so let me grab my resin and I will be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I've got my resin in the debubbler just to make sure, because of all the intricate pieces. These are not roses either. It's a peony. So I just wanted to clear that up. It says peony flower storage mold. So even though they look like roses, they're peonies. So, and this is the one that I used to measure. So it's the same thing. So yeah. And I'm just gonna stick this one back in the bag. Well, this part's still wet. I'm gonna leave that part out. Okay, so then I got this cute little Santa Claus. Snowman. Wow. So yeah, so this one's going to be cute. I'm going to do him in the mix to mold because he's going to be easier to color that way. All right, so there's that. And then I got this good size bowl. It's kind of an odd shaped bowl, but I was like, you know what, that's something different. And then I got some letters because I finally got some clock pieces a while back. So I've got the letters. There's gold, silver, and black. So we'll be doing something with those. And this is the other mold, just like that. So I'm not even going to open this. I'm going to leave it in its package. And then I got some little starfish because I was running out of the starfish. So I'm gonna put those where they go after. This is another little turtle mold. So I don't know if it's the same as the other one that I have, but we're going to be doing that. This one I cannot wait to do. It is Santa's sleigh. Yeah. So, I know we got to get through Halloween and Thanksgiving, but I can't wait to do this one. And then I got this big mold, which is different, this big bowl. is different than my other one because this has all like ribbed on the sides. So I figured this is a good size bowl. So I might do this in kind of like, I don't know, decorate it with for Halloween or something. So yeah, we're gonna be definitely doing something with that. Just put these all over here and then I can take care of them after. And then this I thought was bigger, but it's still gonna be so cute. Wait till you see this. So this is one of those two-piece molds where you're gonna have to put the elastics and hope it doesn't drip and all the good garbage, but look at that. The little princess boogie. I cannot wait to do this. And I'm gonna do this probably in the mix to mold, because I think it's just gonna paint much easier than the resin. I'll probably do it in resin as well, but we're gonna try it both ways. So I can't wait to try that. And then I got these, and I didn't even know I had added them to my cart. They're not pens, they're knives. See the little blade on the end? So like when you're going around like stickers and stuff. So that must have been what I was thinking when I bought these. Like, oh, I need something to go like really close around my stickers. So yeah, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in a pack. So I'm like, yes, please. And then I got some more piping bags. So now I have 3 because I ordered them in my last order I got from Temu. So I guess I'll be all set on that for a while. And then these are the cement powders. This is the regular red, and then this is what they call bright red. So there is a difference. You know, one is much darker than the other. So I'm going to be leaving these out because I'll probably be using them. And then I got these little turtles that I figured we could either put on pendants or I could fill them in with either like abalone shells or the mylar flakes with the black in the back, and that would be a really cute necklace or even earrings. So I ended up getting those. And I did not have the dirty pour cups. So I bought a 3 and a 4 color one. So now I have some little containers that I can mix my color and do a dirty pour. So yeah, pretty cool. I know I'm way behind the times on those. This is, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do him. This is my bullfrog. Look at, he's a good size too, because I mean, I got a big hand and he takes up 3/4 of it. So he does have little slits for eyes. That's, I mean, would be easy to paint. But look at all that texture on him. Ugh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. He is going to be so adorable. And we're down to the last of it. And my resin's just about done, so that was good timing. So I got 2 of these. So I'm going to open one and show you. They're both the same. And I purposely, of course I opened this bag the wrong way, but you know, whatever. Instead of me having to make a set and then wait for it to cure, and then do another set. I've got 2 because we're gonna need 2, because these are the sides of the house, the end of the house, I should say. These are the sides of the house. So you need 2 to make one house. You need 2 of these. This is the roof. So you need 2 of the roof pieces. And then this is the base where the tea light goes. So you put your pieces, you know, around it. And it's like a little tea light candle thing. So I figured with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, these would be perfect because they're not just for Christmas. I mean, we could decorate them, you know, for Thanksgiving or whatever. So yeah, so we're going to definitely be doing these. I'm going to try them in the mix to mold as well as the resin. So we're going to try both. So let me just grab my resin here. And then we are going to mix it up. If I could stop dropping things on my way. All right, so let me get my gloves back on here. And it was really cool in my room, so when I started mixing my resin, it got real bubbly, so that's why I ran it through the debubbler. So I just divided it up in 2.5 ounces each, because that's about what each one of them take. And let me grab my pigment paste. And we are going to get mixing. All right, let me clean. All right, so that should be good. I'm gonna stir that other one up again too. I just wanted to get these in. And then I'm just gonna leave these overnight. I'm not gonna put them on the heat mat or anything like that. I'm just gonna let them cure because it's getting late. But that way I can finish the video up in the morning and I won't be stressing. And then, you know, when I get home tomorrow night after they go to bed, if I feel like it, I'll come down. If not, I'll do a video on Sunday morning. All right, so that. And I think, let's mix them together just to be on the safe side. Not like it's gonna really matter, but you know, if one black isn't as dark as the other black. All right. And I should have got a bigger stick, but I was just using what I had on my workbench here. All right, so I'm not gonna spray with alcohol because we've got the mica powders in there, but I am going to pour this first, and I'm gonna use my pokey stick thing, and I'm gonna do just like I do on the flowers. So I'm just gonna start getting some into the bottom here. And we'll see how this goes. And I want to get it in there, but I also don't want to rub off the mica powder too much. So I've still got to kind of be careful. But you can see there's like little bubbles coming up. So I will be watching this for probably a good half hour, 40 minutes before I head to bed, just so if there's any bubbles, I can get them popped. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit and kind of pop, and we're gonna get this started. Get a paper towel here. Try to wipe my hands off a little bit. That's what happens when you use a small stick. All right. So you can squeeze around this a little bit. Let it slowly go in there, and I'll start adding to the other one. All right. So no extras today, guys. So I can now spray it because all that mica powder is pretty much covered. So see, we got some bubbles popping up here. So yeah, I will definitely be having to watch this for a little bit. This one probably not so much, but I know with that little flower mold that I do, it usually, if it's gonna bubble, it does it within like the first half hour. So all right, so that's full, but it's almost domed, but not quite. So I think that is gonna work for this first time pouring it. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. So I will sit and watch this for a little bit, and I will be back on the demold. See you later. Alrighty, guys, it is the next morning, and let's take a look. At least this rubber is fairly soft. It is still a little bendy. Wow, maybe a little more than it should be. But overall, it is really, really cute. All right. I know I'm off camera, guys. Oh, we got a bubble. But look at that. Guys, that is amazing. And I did get all the leaves. This one here was more of a rose bud, but you can see that it's the bud inside and the leaves on the outside. So by putting that little bit of red, I did the right thing there. Yeah, that's really, really cute. I mean, it's been 12 hours, so I mean, it's, and then this is the base. So I will just get that all straight, and we will just let that finish curing. The center does have like a hump in it, but I mean, they fit together really, really good. Look at that. So we got no bubbles, so that's good. So I am just going to leave this, let this finish getting hard, and then I will get some pictures. So I'm really curious to do this in the mixed mold. So yeah, because I think that is going to be beautiful. I just am so impressed. I wish this was bigger. I really do. I wish this was a bigger box. I am so impressed. I got all the bubbles out. I mean, there is a bubble here, and there was a few little tiny air bubbles, but they're not even sharp. So yeah. Alrighty, guys, let me know in the comments what you think. So this is a fairly small box, so I don't know what you would use it for, but I am definitely going to make some more because these are really, really cute. So yeah, so we will be doing another one of these in the mixed mold coming up soon. And just wanna, all right, and then we're gonna let it cure just like that. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next one. Thanks.